Arsenal against Fulham. Marco Silva and Mikel Arteta have been talking to us.
They come from an incredible run last year in the Championship. They did extremely well. They haven't lost a game yet in the Premier League, and they played against three very difficult opponents. So credit to them. I think it will be a difficult game. The mood is really good. The energy is really good. The boys trained exceptionally well this week again, and we just have to put another good performance and earn the right to win.
They are playing good football. They are confident. You can see from the first minute of the first game the way they started as well. Okay, some players, one or two players that they came in and they add something different for them as well. I think Gabriel Jesus is a good example. So they are in a good moment. It will be tough for us, but we are in a good moment as well. Of course, you want to go there to match them and to challenge them, to embrace the challenge. That will be a tough challenge for us, definitely, but we want to play the game and to match them.
Yeah, Fulham come into this game full of confidence, but so do Arsenal, who have had the perfect start to this season, the only team in the Premier League with a 100% record. And when you compare that to last season, it's quite the opposite. This time last year, after 3 games, Arsenal had lost all 3 of those matches and had conceded 9 goals in that time. I mean, what's been the biggest difference for you, Darren?
Recruitment. They've brought good players in. There's a cohesion about the team now. They've got that bite up front in the shape of Gabriel Jesus. We just saw him on the screen a second ago. It isn't just his goals, it's his work rate, his willingness to do the dirty work as well as waiting for the chances to come for him.
How much does a good start to the season just set the tone of exactly where this club wants to be at the end of the campaign?
Oh, it's vital. It's vital, especially when you're basing it on what we saw from Arsenal last season. Confidence-wise, you look at Mikel Arteta and what he's building at the club. He's building a young, hungry, determined football club, but he's also building a monster's mentality. So us against the world, win at all costs by any means necessary. And it's excellent to watch. It's so entertaining to watch. So I love what I'm seeing so far.
Do you know what? I think the documentary helps Arsenal so much because lots of people can see the journey. It isn't just about the wins now. I mean, you did the graphic a second ago about the difference between last year and this year. The documentary colours in the spaces. It tells us about the decisions that they had to make in order to get rid of players, the times when the optimism started to gather because they felt that after that bad run they were onto something and it was going to be maybe a Champions League place. The despair when they didn't manage to get that Champions League place, the team talks and the different ways he tried to inspire the players, the support from above when Josh Kroenke came to the club and said, look, hang in there, we don't care about how difficult it is, we're still with you. That's been so important for Arsenal fans to understand and give context to where they are now.
Team talks from the team photographer as well. Why not?
It was a brilliant chat as well.
It was pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah. I'll tell you what, let's hear from one of the Arsenal squad now. Granit Xhaka has been talking about Arsenal's perfect start to the new season.
Last season we lost the first 3 games. This season is different, but it's only 3 games. We have to take the moment, for sure. The confidence, the fans, they are believing a lot. We are a lot of players very hungry and they want to achieve something. Let's continue, let's keep working and let's believe in ourselves. I'm enjoying a lot. You can see that on the pitch as well. I have the freedom to do not what I want. I have to respect the rules of the teammates and Mikel as well. But I have a lot of freedom and this helps me a lot. I try to help the young players. I try to help our captain now, Martin, with my experience I had. And but Martin is a great captain. He's not so loud, he's a little bit more quiet. You have different type of person, different type of character. He can be very proud to be captain of this football club because it's very, very special to be. Mikel is here since 3 years. Step by step, you can see what he's changing. I think we had a good season last year as well. But this season will be different, I think. The signing we did, the players came in, they fit perfect in our team. The mentality they bring, the winner mentality they are bringing for other teams as well. In the training, in the game, you can see that, you can feel that. And that's why they are pushing each other. We are pushing each other a lot. And we are demanding a lot each other. We have the team to achieve something big. We have the Europa League, we have the 2 cups. This football club needs titles. And this is what we have to put in our minds, in our heads. This have to be the key and the objectives.
Well, Granit Xhaka echoing what you said already there, really, Darren, just how good the recruitment's been, how well the new signings have blended into the group. And in Gabriel Jesus, we're probably seeing one of the early contenders for signing of the season. Are we seeing a different side to him that we haven't seen at Manchester City?
Definitely, definitely. He seems to be thriving under the pressure of being the main man. You know, he's playing every single week as the centre forward, and with that comes a huge load of expectation. You're expected to score or assist in every single game. But he's not only doing that, his all-round work rate, his whole game plan is flawless at the moment, you know. With the World Cup creeping in as well, he's in the best form of his life, I would argue. But it's also the positions he takes up on the pitch. He's bringing other players in, Martinelli, he's feeding off Odegaard as well. This is unfortunate that he wasn't able to get a goal in that instance. I think as any striker would want to try and get on the score sheet. But you look at his all-round game, he's jumped up to the next level. Absolutely. And that's what happens when you work with a manager that absolutely loves what you do and you know each other really well. I've had that a few times in the past. And you know, it gives you that added confidence that you could do anything. You could achieve absolutely anything without the pressure of worrying about failing.
Yeah, I think I was about to say that the interesting thing about him was that he played a lot on the right when he was at City. And the story goes that he told the Brazil head coach, Chiche, that he preferred to play on the right and not as a number 9. So it's quite striking that he's come to Arsenal and he's been so exceptional in these early weeks as a number 9. And it speaks to what you've been saying about the belief that Arteta's given him. Because that's the only reason I can see for him being so exceptional. He knows that no one's going to take his shirt. He's not going to do well in one game and be on the bench next week. There's going to be no complication about the selection process as far as he's concerned. He is going to be empowered to be the man with the responsibility of scoring goals for Arsenal. I think, it's a big thing to say, but I think he gets 20 goals for them this season.
Yeah.
I really do rate him that highly.
Could we say this a similar thing in terms of how the manager has helped the striker in Fulham's team as well? Because what we're seeing from Alexander Mitrovic is a completely different player to what we saw under Scott Parker in the Premier League. And in some ways, Marco Silva has just found a way to make this work. What's he done, Jermaine?
Well, he's played to Mitrovic's strengths. You know, last season, Mitrovic scored 40-plus goals.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Granted, it's in the Championship, but you still got to get in the right place at the right time and do the job.
Well, he broke a new record last year, so...
Exactly, and that's by playing almost direct at times. You play it into his feet, you put the crosses in from deep. He came back in from the summer months off, super fit. You know, pre-season training, he's absolutely demolished it. You could see there, the stats. He scored, after 3 games in the Premier League, the same amount as he scored the last time he was in the Premier League 2 years ago. You know, and that just screams out a fit, confident, happy centre-forward.
I think it also speaks to belief as well, because, I mean, the manager could have sold him because last time around he wasn't obviously good enough for the Premier League. This time around, he's clearly said, look, you've learned from last time. And you know what it's like. You've played in the Championship, the Premier League. He'll know, he will know the differences. The fact that defenders give you less time on the ball. Yep. The fact that you have to think 2 moves in front. I mean, I'm talking like I'm the striker. He's the striker.
But the last time he was in the Premier League, they didn't play to his strengths. They tried to mould him in. He's a physical player. He's a physical player. He likes to fill the defenders up against him and win those battles. He's such a strong player. You can't get around him usually. And that's what they didn't do the last time they were in the Premier League. They're trying to roll the ball into him and play that tiki-taka football, and that's not really him.
Yeah, Marco Silva has found a formula to make it work, hasn't he?